Okay, so just to clarify, we'll also do a Chelsea preview. So I'll just announce when we're moving on to that section under embargo.
Another headache, huh? Another headache.
That will be Friday.
Saturday or something like that.
Friday for Saturday, Martin. I don't know what day it is.
Play against Aston Villa and Chelsea. And Aston Villa again. And the other one, the fourth one. I'm lost in
After Chelsea?
Newcastle.
Newcastle, yeah. Well, don't think about Newcastle yet. We're fine. We've got time. Okay, when we're ready. Martin.
So, Vítor, a terrific victory for your side and a fantastically taken penalty by Fistwood. What did you make of the game and the attitude and desire of your players?
You know, the tough game, very tough game, was not a surprise because they have a strong team and a top manager working together for a long time. We had some injury problems. Was not what we are not expecting, but in the end, the players and the spirit, we changed the players, but we didn't change the spirit, the spirit to compete for the to win the game, trying to play in our way, facing a strong team, but trying to press them in some moments of the game, try to be compact, try to play to face them eyes on eyes. To compete for the result. We are in half time. We know that we'll face another tough game. But one thing I'm sure that we go there to compete again, not to defend, but to win the game. This is the spirit of this team. A special team. An honor for me, a privilege for me to be the manager, because they have the character, they have the quality, they have the personality. Facing four managers in the same season is not easy to be in this moment of the season, in the end of the season, and to compete in this level.
Hi, Vítor. On nights like these, you expect moments of brilliance from the outfield players, but tonight it was moments of brilliance from both goalkeepers, both who had outstanding matches. And just on that Emiliano Martínez save in the first half from Igor Jesus, were you watching thinking that must be a certain goal?
Yes, but Martinez is a top goalkeeper. We have top goalkeepers. Ortega is playing very well. Celso is playing very well. And we are in a moment that we can compete with every teams. I believe we can compete for to get points everywhere. Because this is the spirit of this team. This is they are fighters. They are united. We feel this energy, this friendship between them. They help each other. They have the true spirit, and with the energy of our supporters again, was a good night. But we are in half time. It's not easy.
Vítor, Emery has just been in and he described the decision or the lack of VAR intervention from the challenge on Elliot Anderson on Ollie Watkins as a huge mistake and as crazy. How did you see it?
I didn't see that because it's very difficult to have the perception of the ball inside or outside. Maybe he thought that the ball was outside, and they put the arms on the air. I don't know. It's a second, and in a second, in an emotional game, sometimes happens this kind of situations. I didn't see I didn't review.
He was talking about the tackle from Elliot Anderson.
Sorry. Not the penalty.
No. He said he accepts that, but he thinks that Elliot Anderson should have been sent off.
I don't know. In my perception was 5 meters in front of me. My perception was that he tries to and he touched the ball, but you know, I cannot. I didn't review the play. It means that the situation I cannot speak about it.
Just on the penalty, then. You talked about Emiliano Martínez and the reputation he has for saving penalties. It must be great to have. I imagine you have huge faith in someone who's not missed a penalty now for more than 10 years.
I know, but you know, Chris Wood is not only a top player. Is a player that he has the spirit. He has the experience. He gives us a lot. And we are in a good moment with a good spirit, and we go there for sure. We go there to compete again.
Thank you. Next questions. Rima, Ben.
Just in terms of this competition, it feels like in the last.
Do you remember the Midtjylland game? Do you remember? we changed completely the team and we won. This means that the spirit of this team, even when we change the players, even with the injuries, everyone are ready to compete and to help the team in this moment. And this is make me proud. Understand? Make me proud. You look for the bench, and you feel that they want to go inside to help the team. This is a true spirit of a team.
A lot's been said, obviously, about juggling the Premier League with Europa League, but it feels like this competition actually has really allowed your players to enjoy themselves, express themselves.
Of course, because of course, is a tight schedule, and physically and mentally demands a lot, and we don't have a big squad to. But today we on the bench we have I think we had 5 or 6 young boys from the academy, and this is when a club create the connection between the academy and the first team and the supporters and the team and the between. This is the energy that we are feeling in this moment. We can lose a game, but it will be tough because we'll fight it until the last minute for sure.
Any more for tonight? Paul?
I know you've only been here for a few months, Vítor, but do you think Chris Wood has sometimes been underestimated or undervalued in his career? Do you think he deserves more respect than he's perhaps got?
Chris Wood?
Yeah. Because he's been an outstanding player for Forest.
Oh, of course. But I don't read nothing. In my mind is a very, everyone has image of him, experienced player, quality, he score goals, and he gave us the balance to release other players to score goals. Understand? It's like the center backs. He fixed the center backs because he can in a second he can create something, and Morgan and Igor and even Nico, even the other players, the midfielders, they have the spaces. They find the spaces to score goals, and was like in the puzzle was like the last piece to do the puzzle. Okay.
Final question on Villa? No? We'll move to the Chelsea preview. I'll give some people 30 seconds to get out if you're not interested in the Chelsea preview. Thank you.